Just make sure we're not live. Probably are.
It's 7:07 on May 27.
We're live. We're live. Okay. Sorry about that, folks. You know what happens with my live button sometimes, but so we've been live for not that whole time, Lynn. Don't worry. Just for a few seconds, I think. But I'm here with it's Tom Grody. It's a little past 7:07. It's time for 7 Minutes of Sunshine. I'm here with my very, 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 very good friend, Lynne Bowman. Good morning, Lynn.
Hi.
Gosh, we have so much history together, but we won't get into all that because this is about you today. And I really appreciate you sharing your values and superpower with us. And folks, I'll give you a quick introduction, Lynn, if you don't mind, we'll just a little quick introduction. But Lynn here is from Delaware, Ohio. I remember well because you used to always go to the Brown Jug. Brown Jug. You're like, gotta go to the little Brown Jug.
That's right.
Went to Otterbein and got a BA in music and psychology, and then Central Michigan University, where you got a master's in science and administration.
Yep.
And then, gosh, so much. Founding executive director, of course, of Equality Ohio, which is where our paths crossed in a very big life-altering way.
Big way.
And then Equality Federation, and then was the campaign manager for Lee Fisher Senate campaign, which was amazing.
Yep.
Amazing. And then for, gosh, almost 9 years, has been with the Human Rights Campaign and currently is the deputy campaign director, right?
That's correct.
Right.
You've had it all.
You have done so much, and including founding our statewide equality organization, which was a big lift, a heavy lift, and definitely needed and great work. And then you carried on with the work, which is fantastic, with Human Rights Campaign. And I know you've done a hell of a lot. One of the most productive people I've ever met in my life. Lynne Bowman here. So I'm gonna go ahead and we've made a little slide. I'm gonna put it up and turn it over to you, and love to hear a little bit more about what drives you, the values that drive you, and how you're using that superpower these days.
Yeah. So I see my superpower as supporting, as creating a space where other people can live their best lives, can be successful, whether that is in family, friendships, or work. And I think that comes through in the things that I've done professionally and personally. The pictures there are of my crew. There's the bike crew there, the work crew there in the other corner. We individually wouldn't succeed. We succeed because of the environment of the people that are around us. And I like playing a part in creating that space for folks. One of my really strongly held values is well-being. In the nonprofit world, in the world in general, I think we take very little time to remember to take care of ourselves. In a campaign environment, which whether we're working on legislative stuff or on electoral stuff, in my current job, it's high stress, high pace. We've got a lot on the line, and finding that time for yourself is not always top of mind, nor is it always supported by organizations. And, we had a motto with our team back in 2018 and again in 2020, and we still do, that I want people to get to the other side of the campaign happy, healthy, and whole. And you can't do that if you don't take care of yourself. But it also means that you need to be accountable to each other. You need to find space to be open to learning about yourself and about other people. And you need to do that, as you see that little value down there at the bottom, with integrity. to yourself, integrity to the work, integrity to your colleagues, your peers, your co-conspirators, whatever it is that whoever it is that you may be working with in whatever environment or playing with, as the case may be in some instances. So I see myself as a person who has and embraces the opportunity to create those environments. And I get to take part in them myself.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Well, then I'm going to brag on you a little bit. I know you've always lived your values hard, and you've always felt very strongly about living those values. And it's interesting, the superpower piece, because I don't know if I would have guessed that one, but thinking about it, I agree. I hear you. And I go back to when Equality Ohio was founded, and just to share with the folks out here, Lynne, you created a supporting environment. I mean, it's exactly right. So just for everybody out here, Lynne and I know this story so well, but after the marriage amendment, the anti-gay marriage amendment back in 2004, we were all pissed off, and we channeled that anger into starting the statewide organization. And Lynne really spearheaded and took the lead on it. And I just remember you driving all over the state and insisting on the organizing meeting being inclusive, geographically, racially, politically, right?
Which was not popular at the time.
It wasn't, and we all have learned. But it was fantastic, and I'll never forget the supporting environment that you helped create in the bottom of the basement of the church that we were in. Was it King Avenue?
It was King Ave, yeah.
King Avenue, which is a pretty great legacy for that church as well.
Mm-hmm.
But what a supporting, nurturing environment. It was a facilitated session, and we came up with the vision of an Ohio where everyone feels at home, which has a foundation for, and really that organization is stronger than ever.
Mm-hmm.
Great foundation. But the work that you did, so you lived those values in superpower back then. And another story I want folks to know. I'm supposed to ask you questions. All right. So another story, the story of our lives, right, Lynne?
Right.
But just to share, folks, Lynne is part of the reason, you are part of the reason, and Human Rights Campaign is part of the reason why that awful man is not in the White House anymore. And thank you for all the efforts and the work that HRC put in and you put in, and you guys left it on the field, didn't you?
Yeah, we really did. The expansion that we did in early 2017 after the 2016 election, largest grassroots expansion in HRC's history. And I had the opportunity to lead the staff that were in those 6 states, and really create an environment where they could excel in their work, which allowed us to win everywhere except Ohio. We started off with those 6 target states, and in 18 and in 2020, we won in all of them except Ohio. but
we're still working on helping everybody to feel at home in Ohio, aren't we, Lynne?
We are. I think we still have a ways to
go. But tremendous work. I mean, I know you've got to feel great about having contributed to that, about, the fact that, I mean, this is history. This is the direction of our country and the saving of our democracy. This is serious shit. Yeah. Right?
Yeah. It's a huge honor to be able to engage in this work. It's not something I ever thought I'd be doing, 17 years in the developmental disabilities field, and I end up being, gay for pay every day somehow. And to have the chance throughout my career to have taken part in so many very important pieces of cultural and social change, it's been fun. It's been a lot. It's been an honor.
So you helped save the damn country, and then of course, the state of Ohio, and Equality Ohio really gave a lot of folks a home. We know that organizations like Equality Ohio really actually save lives. I mean, give people hope. a place where they can connect, activate all those things. And the work that was done back then to do the vision, the mission, put together a strategic plan, go out and raise $500,000, all that stuff. I mean, you could write
Well,
a
and remember our messaging values and how intentional we were about how we're going to talk about who we are and what we want and the work that we do.
yeah.
There were a lot of people who made all of that happen. We were lucky to be two of some of the many.
We had little Andrea, who maybe I'll send this to her, make sure she listens.
So important to have her as part of that work.
We were kind of the Three Musketeers a little bit, but we also had that, weren't we? We spent a lot of time together, and then we had a night, like you said, we had this team of folks who were attracted to the work, the boards, the founding boards, but just so much work because the statewide kept failing, and we were like, we ain't gonna fail.
Well, and look at where they are now. It's this summer will be the 16th year.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, Elena Yoakum
she's kick-ass.
Oh my gosh. She's taking care of our baby really well and has helped it grow into maturity.
She has. And then of course Siobhan's over there. And I don't know how well you know Siobhan, but woo, she's good. She's good.
And Dominic, I mean, that whole team is they're crazy good.
Well, we'll always have that, you and I together. But you know what I appreciate most about you is that you go to the fight, you're in the middle of it. You're at the tip of the spear, helping to make change and really doing such great work. And so I just want to thank you for all of your work. Thank you for living your values. Thank you for using that superpower and creating that supportive space, which is, I'm like, yeah, that definitely is it. I know you're not done, and I know you have a lot of passion around a lot of things, but that's another thing I would definitely put in there about you, and is passion.
Yeah.
You are very passionate about what you do and who you love, and all that stuff. So thanks for all the great work. Don't stop.
Yes, sir. Are you still my board chair? Are you still telling me what to do, Tom Grody?
You know that never worked back then either. So listen, thanks for spending time with me this morning. Thanks for sharing a little bit. We could talk for hours, right?
We could. And there is nobody else I would rather get up and be ready to be on camera at 7:07 in the morning than you, Tom.
All right, Lynn, thanks. Well, remember, even when it's really damn cloudy out, the sun is always shining, and
I can see it from my window.
All right, listen, have a wonderful day.
Love you.